Hello, 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 everybody. We are hanging around. The round's going to start in a little bit. I'm just waiting for the camera feeds to come through and we should be good to go. What happened last match? Good question. We got a draw. Pietro played an incredible game. He was in charge for the whole game, but essentially it petered out, ended up petering out to a draw. The opponent found like a nice kind of equalizing resource, and yeah, Pietro was in control the whole game though, so that was really good. Really nice to see. Really interesting game to cover as well, man. Like super interesting. Super, super interesting. Also, hello. I am your conscience of chess. I will be guiding you through. I will be guiding you through the games when they appear. When we get the feeds, hopefully we get the camera feed. Okay, cool. I see the camera feed. I'm just gonna update. Hopefully this is it. I've got music for me this time, so you might see some more energy. Oh, is this live? I think we are live. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. When will the stream start? Well, I just got a camera feed through, so I'm just double checking that that is the case. Don't resign. Only fools will resign. I need to listen to it more. I need to get into this mindset. But yeah, all right, people. I think I might be able to just check my studio mode out. I see a camera. I see a board. I don't see the live boards on Chess.com yet. But let's just check that out. We can put his old game up if that is the case. So it's round 5. Okay, round 6 is not up yet. Round 6 is not up yet. But we'll have about 15 minutes to wait around once they get started as well. So once they get started, we should start seeing boards pop through. And then we should be good to go. All right. All right. Okay, can you guys hear me in the background? I hear myself twice for some reason. Hey, Berlin Base. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okie dokie dokie doke. I wish I could play music, but unfortunately we're streaming to YouTube, so you guys won't. You'll just see the vibes, the music vibes through me. You know, maybe we should like guess that. Guess the song that I'm listening to. God, that would be I'd be so impressed if people could do that. That's something. Streaming a marathon streaming marathon this weekend. Maybe I should just do a subathon. Just ignore work, ignore everything else in life, and just do a subathon. Not that that would do anything for me. No one would sub. No one would sub. Okay. Alrighty. Come on, I want to see these boards through. You know what? We're going to put Pietro's last game up, and then we're just going to chat. We're just going to chat. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Welcome, welcome. We like to get on this stuff early. I also hope that Pietro's stream title is correct because I realized it might say round 5. And I did try and update it. I'm not sure if YouTube updates while you're live. So we'll see how it goes. Pietro played a pretty good game. You can see this graph. He was black, had the edge the whole time. Chat is next to invisible. Yeah, I'm aware. It just, at least it shows there's some like live element of reality. But Ali, I can always trust Ali to improve everything. Ali's like a good person to improve anything. I think he's got like a great analytical mind. I feel like we have a very similar approach and mindset to things, actually, Ali. I have no idea what you're like as a person. But from our relationship in terms of the feedback loop cycle, the care and attention, I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is why Ali got mod. Oh wow, we're playing a junior today. Damn. All right, guys, you got to take the gloves off. Like, you've got to go through the throat when you go for when you play against kids in chess. Oh god, I did a hot take for Chess Dojo, literally about playing children. Hey Jenny, hey, welcome in. How's your day going? A junior, Pietro will get mauled. Oh no, is he going to be an underrated junior? Like juniors, it's terrifying to play against juniors. Absolutely terrifying. Hey, Sweet Blues. How are you? How are you? Last round, kind of bittersweet. Yeah. But you know what? Just have fun with it. How was the morning round? The morning round was good. An amazing game. So this is the game currently of the morning round. It ended in a draw, but Pietro was crushing. Like, so I spoke to him after and I was like, your opening was perfect. And he was like, better have been. I uncorked 11 moves of prep. And I was like, whoa, okay. You got it. You go, girl. Um, Looking back at the last game, I still believe f5 was too risky. Yeah, Black's chances were on the queen side. I agree, and I voiced this to him as well. But I also, because he said, do you think it was inaccurate? And I was going to say yes, but then I also wanted to temper it with, I think it's a stylistic approach, because like Tal, right? You take your opponent into a deep dark forest where 2 + 2 = 5, and the path out is only wide enough for one. So yeah, I like that approach. Like, yes, it's risky. Yes, black still is better. Yes, white has to play accurately. Yes, black has to play accurately. It's ambitious, and I think that's really important and undervalued in chess. If you don't take risks like that, how are you going to navigate complex positions? And a lot of me, for better or for worse, wants to be able to be a bit more of a complicated player. Pietro is back. Yeah, it was good. I very much enjoyed the game. Really interesting. It'll be really interesting to analyze. At the position he got, I would have not played f5. It is something that has obviously crossed the mind, but yeah, I would have just kept tanking in on the queen side because that's our play, right? We didn't have to annihilate our king safety for that. Need a long, slow positional game with a tricky endgame versus kids. Nah, just hammer away. No, I know kids are so universal now. But yeah, tactical skirmishes can be very, very tricky. But yeah, this was the game. So up until here, actually here and here, up until King H8, he played 100% accuracy. 100%. This is perfect. Chess for Tigers is a good book. Elephants must be lured into the swamp. Elephants must be lured into the swamp. I love that. That's a great quote. There's some really cracking chess quotes. We should probably make a little like series of those. Oh, Siri. I didn't ask you, Siri. Siri just activated. Stop. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, at the point the game starts, so I might rewind a bit because we will have a delay. I might just keep rewinding. Okay, so let's just put it back like 10 minutes or so. So as soon as we get a live board as well, I'm going to try and find... I'm going to do this in a way that's hopefully kind of pro. So I'm going to find the ChessCon page on another tab that you can't see so I can load in the game as soon as we get it so I don't have to tab in and out. And then you guys, it'll be like magic. Just trust. How old is the kid? I don't know, but he looks like... He looks dangerously young. Like, he's going to be like a GM in 3 years kind of young. Opponent is born in 2016. Guys, the kid is like 9. So he will be a GM in no time. 9-ish, give or take. Wow. Maybe 8. Jeez Louise. I am old. We're all old. We're ancient people. One day every day is another step towards the grave. Yeah. Welcome to my world, guys. How old am I? Pietro, how old do you think I am? I always ask chat this. I'm always curious. I've had many ages. Matt and maths. Hey, 9, 2016, we're in 2025. He's 9. Ish. Depending on how long it is. Matt and maths. That was good maths. That was great maths. You can't diss my maths. But yes, Pietro Scola. You know, hit me with it. How old do you think I am? Pietro number 2. I'm going to get my Twitch dashboard up as well. There we go. I should try doing a slow radio DJ voice today to put you all to sleep while we do the commentary. So when you watch streamers or chess streamers, do you prefer them to be like energetic or like slow and smooth and calming and just, you know, ready to take you through any position calmly and coldly and maybe sip on some tea? Or do you want like the coffee vibe streamer that's like bouncing off the walls? I don't know where my personality lies in the streamer context of the world. I don't think I fit either of those particularly. Eric Rosen voice for falling asleep. Matt, how am I? I'm good. How are you? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I misread what you had said, and I literally have hallucinating words now. A good streamer knows when to go mad and when to chill. I think it's just personality. I think different personalities, you know, you shouldn't be there for everyone to want to like. That's also the thing. I think some people care about too much if people like them. I just do this because it's fun. And also, I'm starting to actually build a community now of people that I talk to regularly about chess and things, and that's awesome. Is the game over? No. This is the last game. We're waiting for the game to begin. So, so yeah. We are just chilling. We're waiting. Hello, Cameron. Hello. Whoops. I was eating in front of the camera before. And also, Ali, do cookies count? Because I've got some cookies and I will be eating these in front of the camera. Matt, you are 33. Oh, I'm not 33, but close enough. I'm 31. Do I look that old? Car. Twitch has put 2 years on me. Hot damn. I wonder how old ChatGPT thinks I am. All right, let's try it. ChatGPT. How old is... Should I put Houseline or Matthew Pershard? Let's put Houseline. It won't even know who Houseline is. A person. Yeah, it doesn't know. Yeah, it doesn't know who I am. I'm going to put the streamer. I'm not a streamer. If it says I'm a streamer, I'll be pissed. Says the guy streaming. You were quite close. Oh, nice, Jenny. Yeah. 2 years is not that bad of a mistake. Yeah, but he went 2 years higher. I don't care. Couldn't find information. So ChatGPT is like, no. Okay, let's try this. Houseline the chess streamer. No. It couldn't find reliable information about the birth date. Do you know who Houseline the chess streamer is? All right, it knows who I am. It does. Oh god, it's so scary. I don't like this. He's a chess content creator and streamer affiliated with chess.com. He describes himself on Twitch as, hey, I'm Matt, skydiver and general rubbish chat. True. In interview, he explains his creative background. Oh my god, it's gone into interviews with me? Crazy. And limit themselves to some useful advice. Yes. Started creating chess content about 5 months before the interview, which was Jan 2025. True. He organized a streaming event called the Creator Cup for smaller chess streamers. They don't know my age. Good. I like that. Cool. That's mental. AI is mental. I wonder at which point we're going to do AI chess prep. I think that's the next iteration of stuff. Like use AI to predict your opponent's things. The thing is then you'll both be using AI to do it. And then AI will just be like facing off against AI. Randomize is the way. Just keep everything random. Anyway, let's see if round 6 is up yet. Still not up. Bro, playing a kid is the most intimidating kids. I'm gonna keep just dialing this back until the round pops up and I can at least put the board up, you know. We should have started. Oh no. Who is this Matt guy? Where is a good player? Right? I know. Work video assignments. He didn't have budget for someone good, so he got stuck with me, unfortunately. Pietro had to limit himself and limit the quality of his broadcast to me, unfortunately. And these kids are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That is so true. They could be terrible. They could be great. You never know. What is Pietro's elo? It is currently 1719 live rating. He might have gained 1 point or a small amount of points for the draw he just got because his opponent was slightly higher rated, but I don't think he would have gained anything. So yes. I'm sad you guys can't hear the music. I've got some like cool chill vibes going, you know? All right, chat, what song am I listening to? Come on. Let's throw it out there. Also, if you're in Twitch, you can actually request songs and it will play in my playlist. You just won't be able to hear it. Maybe I should guess who requested what songs. So if you're in Twitch, exclam SR and put in the songs that you want me to listen to, but you won't get to listen to. Oh, Jay, pulling off the gloves. Ouch. Burn. Burn. Also, Jay, I would love to spend some time with you on the Caracan on a serious note. Next week, like a solid amount of time. If you're free for like a few hours one day, like let's book it in because I seriously need to kick up the ass. All right. Oh, there's lots of commentary going on right now. Come on. We want round 6. We want round 6, guys. We want me to actually have something to talk about that you're interested in rather than myself, my personal life, just generally being like egotistical and just enjoying the sound of my own voice would be great. Would be fantastic. Although we've got a bunch of people here. Oh, and also, am I streaming in the right category? Because last time it screwed me. I think I am. Nice. We might do some rapid after this as well, but I also need to do my chess training and a whole load of work, so I probably should not. But it is Sunday. Oh, I'm doing some fun things on Tuesday, though. I'm super excited. I'm sure they will do carry with you when they are back from holiday. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I saw this J guy hanging around in chat. He's pretty good at the Caro, but not at anything else. He kind of sucks at chess in general, but that's one thing he knows, so I can utilize him for that. How do you mentally prepare yourself against a child? This is the really hard thing because like psychological tactics don't really work, and some of them just stare at you, like because they haven't had the social construct built into them that elongated eye contact is like not cool. Right? And so they're just there like beaming you and you're just like, I don't know. You can't help but like look back and they're like boom. And you're like, you look down, you look away, you look at the board, and it's like boom. It's like, dude, like concentrate on the chess. From which country? I will tell you once I can actually see the pairings. Um, so as it stands, no round six yet is round six isn't up yet. I'm going to keep pushing this back until we get round six. I will just check Netherlands. Oh, there we go. Local Netherlands. Oh, hang on. I'm on Pietro's profile. Ah, his pairing's round six. Okay. So, yep. It is a Netherlands local. Mithran. Nice. Oh, and also the kid's rating is 1502. So I think this should be an okay pairing. So as it currently stands, round six boards have just popped up, which is perfect. But also as it currently stands, Pietro's tournament hasn't gone swimmingly. So he's had one win, two draws, and two losses. So he's on four. So he's on 2 out of 5. He needs to win this to have an even score. But that also means that this kid's tournament has also not been going great, and he is lower rated than Pietro. So in terms of the tournament, I would imagine he's got winning chances in this game, looking at the pairings and stuff. And then we'll go from there. Hello, Abdullah. You want to see how Pietro destroys the kid? You should always try and defeat the kids. It is so scary to play against a kid in this day and era, in this day and age. You got to take full advantage while you can. Personally, you like to see the turtle. My opponent tucks his head in and pulls his sweater to hide. So kind of like this. And then I know I'm in a good position. Should I just do chess commentary like this the whole day? Wait, one sec. We need it to be like more like this way I can see. We've got this, guys. We've got this. Yeah, we're all terrified of the children. You can't read them. And then they're like always sticky for some reason. And like fidgety and don't really look and then blitz out moves and then get upset when they think they're losing and then hit you with a tactic and stop crying. Chess Burns, you'd probably like playing me because I am probably one of the more resilient players you'll ever play. How do you think? What you think? How many moves to make checkmate? I cannot tell you until we start. Oh, Pietro doing the power move, adjusting his own opponent's pieces before he gets his sticky hands on them. Good job. I would book the commentator. Oh, thank you, Ali. I hope many people would book me and maybe pay me in future. Hint, nudge, Pietro. Huh? You wanna pay me? I need to turn the engine back down to noob engine because otherwise my computer will fry. Maybe it's okay. We've actually gone big engine. Hello. Is that a hey, you're back, or a hey, what you doing? Oh, wait. How far ahead? We should be seeing moves through on the board any second. So as soon as our moves come through on our live board, then we'll start the video so it's kind of in sync. There is a 15-minute delay, so I anticipate it starting any second now. Any second. Oh yeah, so Pietro did gain an elo in that last game, so he's now 1720. Love to see it. If he wins this, then he... Oh, no, hang on. It says Mithran is 1756. Has he just gained a bunch of elo? Maybe he's gained. No, I don't know. Oh no, he might be unrated FIDE. Okay, it looks like he doesn't have a FIDE rating. So I'm just gonna check that real quick. So this might be a free game. It's annoying playing an unrated at the end of a tournament, but it means you don't lose any rating. So that's good. I personally got really sad when I was in the Reykjavik Open in Iceland and I hadn't unrated for my last round. I got the pairings the day before, so I went out with a friend of mine at the tournament and ended up out with a couple of like the top French players. They're like Mathieu Cornet and Jules Massard. I think Mathieu had pulled out the last round. I didn't realize, and I was like, oh well, these top players are like going out and like playing the last round. I was like, I'll have some fun too. And then like later in the night, yeah, I was just like, oh, how, like, aren't you worried about the round tomorrow? He's like, oh, I'm not playing tomorrow. And I was like, what? It's like I was really hungover for my match. Yeah, fun times. I won, but also unrated, so you know that helps. Oh, I have definitely played some abysmal chess in my time. Okay, we see one d4. Let's go. Let's see that first move on the board. Beautiful. And knight f6. Let's go. 100% accuracy from both sides. Let's go. You made a checkmate in 9 moves. Ouch. If he pays you, that J guy should get commission. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think that J guy, me and that J guy should actually just create a chess talent agency between us and fundraise for it. Because I think we got the contacts and the abilities between the two of us. Can someone in the YouTube chat explain those XPs? XP. In the chess world, we call it ELO. Well, technically, this is ELO, but on Chess.com, it's not ELO. It's Glico. But in any case, a lot of people will refer to it as ELO. I don't know if you actually need explaining, Pietro, or whether you just want someone else to explain. Okay, so we're getting a London system with some B6 ideas. This is new to me. I'm very intrigued at what the plan is here. Queen f3 already feels a little bit annoying because then we will have to play like knight c6 or d5. Actually d5 is like completely fine, but then maybe we just hit with c4. Bishop here takes. But yeah, we're just like posing some questions. d5 is coming anyway, right? And then maybe we get like some Jabava-esque setup actually, because like bishop b7, and then we just want like knight b5, and then you've got to go like knight a6. It's kind of annoying. And then yeah, a3 to stop any checks, and then we just like develop like normal. c6 is a move you don't really want to play because you want to play c5 in one fell swoop, so we're trying to ask them to waste time. That said, we have wasted time with our knight move, but so have they, because they've gone knight a6. So this is the general reasoning behind this. And Pietro, knowing this opening, does actually smash out queen f3. So he is obviously fully aware of the intricacies of this London. Unusual is black prepped. I'm gonna say no. I think the kid is unrated FIDE. I don't believe the 1756 because I'm getting discrepancies in the Amsterdam Open and everything. Yeah, he's got a star next to his name, so I don't. He's got 1756 as a star, but maybe his performance rating is 1558. Okay, so maybe he is okay. Now the main question here is Pietro gonna power on with like knight c3? I don't know if he plays any Jabava-esque systems. I think I can't actually remember. I commentated his games. I should remember this. Okay, yeah, he is. He's going straight in for it. So this is already pretty nice for us. Pietro's got this. He can totally beat up that kid. Not even close. Okay, I'm actually gonna get what album do I? 7 Layers. I'm gonna listen to a 2014 album. Let's go. Oh, this takes me back. You guys can't hear it as well, which is so sad. You're getting a bit of my history here. Or I'm getting a bit of my history. You're not. That's the whole thing. Okay. Pietro's got this. I read that already. And Karma Portrait, you became my clips leader. You made a clip, and apparently it's my leading clip, which I'm surprised about because Raiden clipped me talking about looking at wood, which I thought would be kind of funny and do well, but you know, maybe his title wasn't good enough to like get people to click on the clip. Okay, as we see, we get Bishop B7 ideas. So, and also because the knight has come out here, like now you can protect the pawn. You can protect, but how actually? So after knight b5, if we go here, you take we can't take this pawn for now. So yeah, we just so this is why it's a bit of a waste because I think we just go rook c8, and then a6 comes and we haven't really got anything. Oh, of course. Sorry, what am I talking about? The queen on f3. So this is actually really annoying. So d6 is the plan. And then black is like actually really solid. So what do Pietro will know this much better than me. So he just goes bishop d3, which I think is fair, flexible move. Waiting maybe to play knight d2 and choosing which side he wants to castle. Probably a better approach. I mean, I'm wondering if you could just long castles. And then you're just posing a question to see what your opponent's going to do. Probably like bishop e7. You could go queen e7 along castles as well. You can go d5. There's probably many ways to play. But yeah, I like the flexibility of bishop d3 that he's opted for. I think that this game will end just like the last one, draw. I don't know. I actually don't know. These types of positions I don't know enough about. I have a feeling already just from the opening that I think Pietro will win. That's my view. Where would you like to play? Is that globally chess burns or just in general? Or like a specific tournament or just in the world? The last round has brought me back some luck. 2 streamers I follow are on TGT and another one is live. Can you guess who? Ooh, Anna Maya, I would assume. And when you say another one is live, do you mean just live on Twitch? Because like I think Phoebe's live. Oh wow, okay. Who's there that I know? Are they Italian by any chance? Online. Where would I like to play online? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Oh, I'm live. I'm live. Me. I'm live. Yay. The little one starts his game calmly. Is he afraid or does he have a plan? I don't think he's afraid or has a plan, to be honest. I think he's just playing moves. I think he's just playing moves. Okay. Bishop d3 apparently was not the one, but both players not necessarily playing opening book theory, which is nice. We are just going to get a game of chess. And we have just like developed everything. That's quite nice. How dare it. Thank you for notifying me. Huh. Why have you done this? Let's do this and then this. How's about now? Thank you. That's weird. That hasn't happened before. This is the Queen's Indian, except Jababa, you shouldn't play it. So Jay knows this stuff. Or, Raiden. Okay. So yeah, normal, like, solid setup. The question is like, what are our plans, right? And at what point should we castle? And so the question is are we got like any like h4, g4, g5 ideas, or are we looking for like h4, h5? Like, what kind of weaknesses are we trying to exploit? And I quite like h4, h5, knight b5. Maybe you force d6, and you just like there's a whole weird pawn structure thing going on here. I think something like this is really interesting. I'm sorry, a4. I don't know why I'm saying h4. a4, a5. H-ick is a move I don't like. He probably is afraid. Yeah. Well, I don't... He's playing bishop e7 as well, so h6 is really not necessary. But this is also what's an indicator for me that I think he's... that Pietro will win. I'm just putting that one out there. Because I think all of these moves are just moves, and they're not thought about. Another idea, instead of a4, which is probably like maybe engine hated, but is h4, now that I'm saying the right squares. Hey, small man GM, welcome in. Right, knight f6, e6, bishop e6 type setup. Yeah, yeah. So also there's this to stop any kind of g5 pushes. And then essentially black has like wasted time going h6, h5 potentially. But there is always ideas of like knight. Okay, no, we've got the queen on f3. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I was like, usually there's a lot of ideas in the London where you can go like knight h5, but not in this scenario at all whatsoever. So we need a knight on f3 for that to be kind of possible, and a queen to be somewhere else. Jababa, I know nothing about the Jababa, so you guys are gonna have to help me. What are we trying to do? Well, maybe there's some knight out here kind of shenanigans. Now knight h5 might be a bit annoying, but yeah, this feels weird. I don't like this. I don't like this for white. So maybe we don't like h4. This is still a thing though as well. So G4 might happen soon. That's a Jababa aggressive London theme. Yeah. Well, I was commentating for Emily, and a couple of times she's played the Jababa both times and just thrown G4 up the board, straight up there. Oh, and you'll never guess what Pietro just plays. My move that I just said I didn't like. After looking at it, he goes straight in there for h4. I rate it. He obviously knows these positions slightly better than I do. The video is speeding ahead a little bit, so we'll pull it back. And we'll refresh the board, see if there's any moves coming in. Yeah, I didn't notice that queen either, which is bad, which is terrible. But that's the thing. You got to understand your opponent's resources at all times. Ooh. I almost knocked over a whole carton of coffee. Yeah, I also okay, what did the clock say? I think the GGT might be stuck because his Pietro's clock on the video, I'm pretty sure it says 25:53. If I full screen this. Yeah, so there is yeah, the DGT hasn't registered his last move. So we're just gonna put it in. Because yeah, 2 minutes ago he made the move. So we'll just follow it live, and then if the moves come through, we'll go back. So we see h5 played. Oh, it's annoying. We're gonna have this thing. So after h4, h5, probably to stop us pushing through, but I don't necessarily know if we're too concerned. Essentially, this idea is really important, I think, this knight a5, because then we're just going to have to start moving the queen around. Yeah, here and here is very annoying. But this would be great for us. This would be amazing. We'd be killing it. So yeah, there are some ideas, I guess. Now, can we take here? Answer is no. So so yeah. Oh, this is gonna kill me. I think we're super happy to see this. So I think already it's going awry for our opponent. h6 to go h5 next is sus. Yeah, exactly. Animize DGT is not updating as well. Ah, suspect they're coming through in batches. Yeah, is the Lee Chess running live? Does anyone know? The kid is not sitting on his hands. He's not an expert. Yeah, you can tell it. You can tell when kids don't sit on their hands. They haven't been coached, and that's always a good sign. That's always a good sign. The river in. Now, what is our response though? Oh, we have made a move. And that move was I missed what the move was, but I'm looking at the position and seeing everything in the same kind of. Oh, it is the kid's turn. But no, he's played h5. Then what did we play? Queen, knights, everything are all in the same position. Has the kid not pressed his clock? Oh, Queen G3. Sorry, Queen G3. Yeah. Okay. Queen G3. Queen G3, and we get a pawn move. Did we get D6? Has D6 just been played? I think it has. Wow. I think he's just ignoring the whole attack. Maybe the plan is E5. Which is allowing this pawn to drop, but we don't want to take it. We don't really want to take it. So maybe I would long castles here. How poisoned is G7? I think it's fairly poisoned because let's say we take rook across here. Rook takes. I think that's fairly poisoned. I guess we do then have like bishop g3, so maybe it's not that poisoned, but we can also, instead of that, just attack the queen, right? Ah, maybe there's some knight up here. Maybe not. I don't know this. Oh, what am I saying, guys? I'm tired today. Queen g3. This feels scary. Yeah, the knight's still protected. Correct, Amondo. How do we get out of this though? Huh. It's only +2 though. -2, which is kind of funny. He can't take. He's not going to take. It is way too poison. If the kid set up this trap, then fair play. But I really don't know. Maybe the kid just wants to castle queenside now, so he's going to go queen d7, long castles. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think we're pretty chill, to be honest, with this. Things like bishop g5, long castles even. Like, why not? Queen d7, and then we want to try break through somewhere as soon as we can. And I'm wondering if we want to play e4. Oh, yeah, I have to come back to analysis because the moves aren't coming through. Okay, so we go here. D6. Oh, I can't promote lines in this as well. No. Where's the D6 line? D6 played. So we got long castles. I just think we should be trying to smash the center open. Block this bishop potentially. And then it becomes a little bit locked up and a little bit harder to figure out. But see, but maybe we've got some f5. I don't know. Oh, moves played. Moves played. Sorry, guys. So after d6, we have seen a3. A3 indeed. I don't get a3. I do not get a3, but maybe he's just like, I don't know what the kid thinks he's doing. And I'm just going to play a waiting move to see what happens next. That could be a game plan. Could be a whole entire game plan. Pietro staring into his opponent's soul. Pietro's like, all right, we played 6 rounds, 3 double round days, man. That's brutal. Maybe he plays short castles. Yeah, you never know. Okay, so there is a definite DGT problem, unfortunately. Thank you for that. The Black Knight is not on A5. This makes a big difference. Okay, I've got to save where this variation is. So we can't play queen g7. What happened? Oh, I think we should castle here. Oh no, a3. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Now there's no knight b4. Yeah, that explains a3 a lot. A lot. In copious amounts, that explains a3. Knight c6 was played somewhere. Knight c6 is played. Yeah, knight c6 is on the board. Now I would anticipate like queen d7, long castles, and we'll get a game. The question is how do we want to like disrupt the center? King b1 is usually a good move to play. I still think we can play e4. The question is what is the follow-up? If like d5, we can just pick up a pawn. Bit sticky of a situation though. I don't like it hugely. Maybe bishop e3 is slightly better. Oh, okay, we see moves. Okay, he hasn't played queen d7, which is boggling to me. Like, mind-boggling. Ah, so he plays g6, because he doesn't want to lose the pawn. But we just got dart squared weaknesses galore. So now we just castle and we just wait. I think we wait. If queen d7 possible to take on g7? That's a great idea. Great question. No, rook g8. It's got to be rook g8. Maybe we just long castle. And then say, like, what you doing? Got some problems. Oh, but we can... No, we can't. We can't. We can do this. We can do this. So, yeah. I think we have castles, because if we go rook g8 now... Queen here, we can still long castles, actually. We don't want to take on g2. But yeah, maybe he was worried about this. So g6 played. So, what did Pietro do? Sorry, after g6. a3. The knights are still where they are. Oh, did he play? Oh, he played f3. Okay. Stopping the knight popping in, I think. And now queen d7. Okay, but both playing kind of fast for not being in book. I've got to admit. Also, the DGT boards are not updated or working, so I can see the timings from the clock from the video. Oh, sorry, guys, yawning. My own skin. Yeah. Okay. Well. What? So maybe he's looking for e4 now, but he could have just pushed e4. Yeah, he played f3. Matt, what is your elo? I have under 500 if I remember correctly. I am 1770 FIDE, and I'm just under 2100 chesscom. Still want a sack on g6. Bishop g6, f g6, queen g6. Just no. It's so nice to try. Yeah, I know I want it to, but there's too much. Too much at stake. Queen d7, and we see e4 on the board. So e4 could have come without f3. So I'm intrigued. If he was genuinely worried about any like knight coming to g4, but then we can push f3, right? And then where's the knight go? So I think f3 is wasted a little bit. I think Pietro feels like he's just wants to clean off the board quickly. Thank you, Jay. Matt will have a 2 and a 1 at the start of his rating soon. Soon. Maybe today. No, I can't do it. I've got so much work I need to do. I really want to, though. I really want to. I need to do my chess study, in fairness. Hey, Jay, you're on holiday. What are you doing in my stream, man? This must be work for you. Go, like, you're meant to be enjoying yourself, not watching me just drone on about chess. Badly. Are you at a really nice steak place? Are you getting any like Wagyu steak? Went for a swim and had lunch. Nice. Hey, the break is good, man. Also, I found having a bit of a break after Maya really something's clicked, but it's because I put a lot of work in pre-Maya, so I do feel like I'm a stronger player since we were in Maya. But I still miss Maya, man. I'm so nostalgic about those 10 days. That'd be a trip that'll stay with me for life. And I'm glad I got to spend it in a room with you. Despite the horizontal switch, the like 90-degree rotation. All right. You're looking into swimming at your local pool. I have no idea what Pietro's on about. The Pietro in chat, not the Pietro playing. That said, we have now finally long castled. So we see Queen d7, long castles, and long castles. Now, the thing is, black now gets to break in the center first, which may or may not be important. The question is, is there a benefit to which way? There might be. Maybe we want d5 to stop any of this, like, rook-queen lining up tactics. So after d5, we could go e5. And then this bishop is kind of bad. But we take and take because... or do we? I mean, if we take knight takes, what do we actually have? Not much. So I think e5 is the way. And then, like, where does this knight go? Can't go anywhere forward, so it has to go kind of backwards-ish. That's not fun. Like, black is so cramped. I don't want to go to any of these squares, but maybe knight e8. And yeah, look at black's pieces. Like, okay, it's going to be really hard to checkmate with this many pieces around the king, but like, I think we're just going to like expand. and our bad piece for their one good piece. The thing is, what I don't like about this, for example, takes and queen takes, is that this knight suddenly maybe starts getting a bit more active than it should be. But I guess we go g4, g5. We can stop that. But knights in these positions are going to be better than bishops, so I might even trade a bishop for it. But that said, this is a great defender, so it'd be good to have something to counter it. Space advantage for white. That's why I was also hesitant to like maybe trade bishops, but then again, like good bishops. It becomes very tricky though to prove your advantage in a position like this. This is can be quite a long game. Let's see what the engine says. Okay, so bishop b5 or bishop g5. Options, queen f2. The little moving your opponent's pieces with your pen. Hilarious. To free himself, black needs to have a pawn break, and this will loosen his position further. So no f6 pawn break, essentially, is what we're saying. Well, that is still technically kind of a pawn break. Okay. Oh, no, we're going to have to do this all over again. Okay. It's like f3. 4 castles, castles. This is the current position, right? Our opponent has gone d5. The kid played d5, which I think is a good shout. And I think e5 is also a good shout. We do not want to take. I think we free up black's cramped nature. Thank you. So d6. I know. Is it f3, g6? e4, queen d7. I feel like we're missing moves. Castles. Oh, that was a3. Okay, this isn't the move order, but we had a3 in there as well. So this is now the position. The kid's gone d5. I'm hungry for you. You guys can't hear my music. I'm sorry. You're going to hear me sing lyrics randomly. And thank you, Karma, as well. Appreciate that. All right, is it time to hit the jumper off? Because we are roasting. Ooh. A move was made. Knight b4. b5. Okay. That's better. That's better. We have a funky t-shirt on today, guys. Paul Smith, let's go. Okay, knight b5, obviously, oh, I say obviously. I don't get this move. Are we trying to promote weakness? Is that all we're trying to do? Maybe we're trying to get a big pawn center. Yeah, but does it really attack c7? Like, do we have some like intermezzo ideas? That's what I'm thinking. Because if we go like a6, knight takes, we push the pawn, like bishop takes, knight takes. I'm going. Oh, we can play bishop takes, I guess. We can play bishop takes, rook moves. No, bishop takes, we take. So. Whoa. What have I done? Oh, maybe there's some. Oh, there's knight takes a6. No? I thought it gets complicated here. Oh, we don't have to take with the bishop. We can take with the pawn. Sure. D takes e5. That's the way. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, then maybe we just have to go back and defend. And that kind of sucks. That does kind of suck. We don't want to take here either, though. Yeah, because if we do that, black takes, we can't necessarily go. Oh, but we still have bishop takes c7 here, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. Wow, huge. Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, Phoebe, thank you for the raise. Welcome in, everybody. Phoebe's chat. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Dijin. Hello, Jodo. Hello. I was going to say Berlin, but you're already here. But hello, Berlin. Hey, Alan. Cosmo, let's go. I mean, you've all been here. You've all kind of like been in and out. So I guess I'm not fired since I got raided, which is good. For those of you that don't know, I am Matt, or Houseline. It's Phoebe. Yeah, it's Phoebe, or Febe. Febe has raided me. Big time, big raids. And I edit some videos for Phoebe as well, and some other people. So I do some behind the scenes chess stuff. I'm organizing a really cool chess event as well, which I need to talk to Phoebe about also. So yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a whole bio. There's a whole bio for you guys, courtesy of my amazing mod. Let's go. Let's go. So the event that we are currently commentating is the Amsterdam Open. Febe managed to actually meet Pietro yesterday, I believe, as well. Pietro is a lovely, lovely man. Big on the chess improvement journey. He's a chess teacher as well. Me and him are very similarly rated. This is the last round. His tournament, yesterday had a really good day. His game earlier today, was awesome as well, but it petered out into a draw, unfortunately. And this is the last round. This is a must-win to get a 50% score. But his position is looking good. He's playing a Joe Barber London. Ugh, I know, right? Your estimations have gone down. I see it. How many days per week do you go to the gym? I don't go to the gym. Read this awesome bio. Thank you. If Matthew is a skydiver, would he trust Phoebe to pilot the plane he is jumping from? If I'm skydiving, I trust almost anyone to pilot the plane I'm jumping from. Like, taking off is the easy thing. Landing is the hard bit. As long as I don't have to land in it, I'm fine. And you can fly above 3,000 feet, please. I would like an open parachute before 3,000 feet. And that's really important. I hate when a chess tournament is really cool and you have to wear a jumper. That is every chess tournament ever, Waterfall. Bio, and now he's here. What happened? I know what happened, right? Like, seriously. My life took a huge pivot into chess, which I'm so here for. Oh, I am so going to make a J command. Every time you do it, it's going to be different and it's going to be roasting. Jay, the worst spooner in the world. I think that would be one of the comments. So when I was in Maya, this was also where I got to like get to know Phoebe properly in Maya, because I'd edited a little bit for Phoebe here and there, but we both went to a tournament in Portugal, which was really awesome. And then Jay, a friend of mine as well from Hamilton Chess Club, was there. Jay shared a room with me, guys. He could not get enough. We had twin beds with a gap, and he still managed to bridge the gap and try and spoon me every night. Thanks for the bio, Tim. Thanks for the bio compliment, Tim. Yeah. I I don't know. I may change it. I may change it up every so often. Why not? So we're getting properly caffeined up. I did 14 hours of chess commentary 2 days ago. I was shattered yesterday. I worked for about 12 hours yesterday as well. So today is it's a day. All right. In terms of this position, also the GGTs aren't working, by the way, guys. Unfortunately, we've got to do this every time. It's our move. So we went here, here. Here, something like this. This is not the move order. This happened, and then we had castles. E4, d5, and then we are on knight b5. All right, Phoebe, go. Good luck. Good luck studying. Enjoy. I mean, I guess I was the little spoon. I mean, who doesn't love being little spoon? Who would want to be the big spoon? Okay. That's where Phoebe and Jay became besties. Poggies. True. Read your WhatsApp. Oh, not me. Okay. Flexing there, Raiden. Flexing. Bishop d6 and knight takes to b6 have been played. So, bishop d6. Knight takes d6 check is pretty much GG's. C takes d6 has to be played. And, oh, what about bishop g5? This is big threats, and we're threatening e5. And then this is game over. Oh no, knight takes d6 has just been played now. Wow, you have so much energy, not like the previous round. What, me? Chat gives me energy. If you haven't noticed, Abdullah, once I have like people, I just like, I'm 10 times me. And that's why always meet with groups of people. I will be my best self. I love people so much. You do not understand how much I love like working, dealing, playing, vibing, eating. Everything with people is better in my life. I love it. I love it so much. I am the ultimate extrovert in terms of the energy and everything I get. And so when chat comes in and chats, we are here. We are here for it. I'm the prophet. All right. So actually, things have changed. Wait a second. Did this actually... Oh, and thank you for the follow. Let's go. I can't see... Tim, thanks for the follow. Wow, I was slow on that take. So did we not just see... Hang on, I'm going to have to go backwards, guys, because chat are now distracting me. Where's the knight on f6 gone? It was never there. Wait, it's there now. Okay, so we see knight b5. Play. Knight b5, bishop d6. Oh, we went e5. Sorry, went e5. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, the fork. The fork. I thought bishop g5 was the one. Okay, cool. All right. So the knight comes back to e8, and then we take. This makes all the sense in the world. And I don't see a knight on... I do see a knight on e8. Knight takes, comes in, and I'm assuming Pietro is just taking his time. All right, this is nice. This is a nice chill game. No, e takes d5 didn't happen. I think e5 just happened. Is this an underrated kid or just a kid? I think it's just a kid, Cosmo. We were debating this because the opening moves were just moves. They're not bad moves, but they're not moves that contribute to the position. So there was like a level difference that we... Also, thank you for doing the shout out, Ali. Shout out to Phoebe, obviously. So I think it's just a kid. Phoebe's focused on studying, aka playing Fortnite. Yep. I mean, who doesn't? Oh, thank you for following Abdallah as well. I appreciate it. All right. So, we trade the knights, obviously. Knight takes d6. And then c takes d6. And we're just cooking. We're chilling. We can go rook e1. We can go bishop g5. Like, we can go, I don't know, so many things. How do you want to do this? You know, I quite like just getting my bishop up here just to be annoying. But how do I trade pieces? Also, we can look at trading pieces like bishop b5. Why not? Why not? Right? Any move we make, a6, bishop takes. Maybe we start getting the rook lift in. Can we get the knight moving around? Meh. Thing is, it's easy to make easy moves and then slowly lose like a big advantage. You'll probably still retain the advantage. Is the is the DGT board not working? Yeah, it's not working. Sorry, guys. All right. Also, I'm listening to music right now, which also helps the energy vibes. You guys can't hear, but it, you know, last round it was just me and my own voice in my own head. I am like the chess conscience of doom, harbinger of doom. This should be over pretty much. Yeah. So this is a matter of conversion. This is pressure off. Also, the kid, poor kid, like last round, he knows it's over. Kind of as well. You can see that in the expression, which is really sad, but yeah, it happens. This is the world of chess. It is brutal. There's a guy who's got a username and he's a streamer called Chess is Brutal, and he's pretty bang on with that username. I wish I'd thought of it, like, because it's one of the most soul destroying things in the world. And like anger, infuriating. That's also why I love chess. It just emotes so much rage and happiness and sadness and euphoria. Like, chess is awesome. It's also kind of like a massive fight. Like, chess is like this primal fight or flight. How does the board work? So it's got RFID in it, as far as I'm aware, and sensors under each square and RFID in every piece. They both played pretty fast, in honesty, Tim. I think I would diss Pietro for playing too fast also. Because I think he could have played a little bit more accurately, but he didn't necessarily need to. I get it. Would you say that OG Pietro is winning? I would say Pietro is crushing. The clock on the screen is not accurate. Yeah. So the DDT is not working. So we're just playing moves. The problem is, okay, I've got to remember where that is. That's 1966. Yeah, okay, the DDT stopped working around here. And so we were here. Yeah, so unfortunately, maybe I should crop the timers out, but I don't know. People ask questions, interaction bait, you know? But yes. But as Pietro would say, fools would resign here. It probably is. I mean, there's still stuff to play for. Like, you never know. It's quite locked up, so you've still got to unpick the position bit by bit as Pietro and just keep trying to trade pieces, honing down the advantage. Thing is, Engine's saying something like bishop e3. Rook e1 makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, hello. We just made the board really small. Let's make it not small. And then this is like the normal human move of like, I'm up material, let's just trade. My only concern with trading the light squared bishop is that there may be some fortress possibilities in the future. Now, okay, granted, it's unlikely he's going to be able to hold, but I would like to maybe get this guy off the board, because if the pawns are on light squares and they've got a light squared bishop and I've got a dark squared bishop, and maybe they get the knight off, there's no open files. The bishop becomes a really great blockader of any open files, and you might have to sack an exchange to then open something up, because this dark squared bishop will do nothing. That said, we will be able to dance in and around all of the squares of the pawns. So the queen can get in, the bishop can get in, the bishop can work with the queen. So, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but anything that gives any potential, it's always worth thinking about and going, should I just develop and then look at trading? Why is he winning? +4. He is like upper full piece. Yeah, he is upper full piece. That's why he's winning. He's full on up a piece. Easy. Easy clap. In any case, I think the kid will now start really taking his time. As far as I can see, the kid is 1 hour 20. So actually, I'm going to just zoom in and see what the times are saying. Yeah, so Pietro is 1 hour 9 minutes, and the kid is 1 hour 20. Can I zoom in? Is that a possibility? Oh no. Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh, what have I done? Reset. Ah. Okay, let's just pretend I didn't do anything. So yeah, kids use 10 minutes. And Pietro's used like 20 minutes, which is still not good enough for 18 moves. Okay. So we see rook h f8 on the board, and we chill. We are coming home. We are Doten. I don't know if any of you guys have listened to Doten, but super chill vibes. I'm there for it. I'm really there for it. Pietro is going to hop on for a call after this as well, so we might be able to just have like a good long call with him about some of his other games as well, because I think this one is fairly in the bag and there's not too much for us to like really break down. I think there are some opening things, but again, he knows the opening much better than I do. But still, I think like he should be able to learn from and take more advantage from this. I mean, Abdullah, Pietro was also playing super fast. I won't diss the kid too much on this because yeah, Pietro also has played way too fast. He could have had like maybe a slightly more accurate conversion. That said, it worked in his favor, but he still played it too fast. It makes sense, time pressure. Yeah, but there's no time pressure at this stage in the game. And Pietro's sitting on his hands like a pro. You know, I feel like he's definitely got a coach. I wonder what he's thinking about right now. Any guesses, guys? Do you reckon he's thinking about like food or like what he's going to say in the post game interview after he's like wiped the board with this kid? Like, I would be thinking about my food. I'd be thinking about my lunch. I'd be thinking about like, thank God this is an easy last round. It's nice to like just get out early. You're about to say dinner. Yeah. Oh, hang on. You're clips leader number 2 now, Karma. What happened to clips leader? You were clips leader number 1, like not 20 minutes ago. What's the best performing clip that's been clipped then on my channel? Holy hell, that changed quick. Is there a new clip? What did I say? Please say it was like something nice. We are coming home. We are coming home. All right. Oh, what was the move? Okay. Oh. Cheeky. Bishop h6. And a rook g8. Yeah, that makes sense. Now we can go bishop g5 and just plonk the bishop in here. Then we maybe take the knight. We're feeling very, very calm about this in general. I mean, we can even do something like king b1. Just chill. Just chill and wait. I quite like king b1 as one of those really annoying moves. Like, you're just like, you know what? I can do whatever I want. King b1. You demand a recount. What was the opening? It was a Jababa London, where the opponent just played some normal moves, but aren't good for it. A Queen's Indian attack, according to Jay. Okay, so move played. Bishop g5, attacking the rook. Yeah, so he's just going like simple, just improving pieces, nice and easy. Doesn't have to think too hard about these. There's no big tactical skirmish or anything like that. All right, I'm trying to find a recount for you. Clips. Oh no, it's Jay is taking the lead, I think. I think it's Jay. Yeah, it's the OK Matt clip. That is it. I thought that one would do well. I think Jay must have sent it to some people when I said I'm surprised it's not doing well. In fairness, I think that is my favorite clip because that is the best out of context, and even in context, it sounded it sounded the way it sounded. But you're talking to someone. Did he watch his own clip 100 times? Maybe. But you're talking to someone who did a master's in product and furniture design. So for me, that was a completely normal sentence. And then, yeah, you guys just have dirty minds. Oh, wait. I'll put it in chat. I'll put it in Twitch chat for you guys. I swear there's a better way to put clips into Twitch chat than just link. Maybe that works. Maybe that doesn't. I don't know. Ah, yeah. You guys can tell me. Oh, was there a score sheet thing? Wasn't a resignation, was it? No. Okay, so we get rook f8. I think just a casual bishop f6 seems okay. There is some like maybe nice little tries, but not really. For example, if we go here and we take with the bishop, then there's f6, which is kind of annoying. I think we're still doing pretty good though because the king is just kind of dead. We can probably just do this. And this is dropping, and these pawns are just going to go through. So even in that scenario, not necessarily that great. So we do see bishop f6. Moves are coming in thick and fast, at least for us. And then we get queen c7. So now's a time that we could probably take the knight. I quite like the idea of rook d3 and trying to swing over. Like rook d3. I mean, it's hard to do anything in this position. a6 takes, bishop takes, rook c4, c3, and then things just get like annoying. Pietro just opts to snap the knight off instead, which I think is a completely valid decision as well. What was the move though? Oh yeah. And he takes with the queen, which I think is a little dangerous because now rook d3 has threats. So I imagine rook d3 will come instantly. You have to vacate the file, otherwise you will just lose your queen as well. So I'd imagine queen d7 is coming. Maybe queen b5, which is interesting because we're just like, our knight is hanging, but it doesn't really matter. You can go bishop c6 here. Maybe I just go queen back. Oh no, I can even take on d6. So queen d7 is probably much better. Actually, after this, maybe I just take on d6 anyway. And we're covering this lovely d8 square, so there's no rook d8. And like, it's pretty much GG's. I mean, it was GG's a while ago, but it's getting even worse. Pietro won, you think? I have a feeling you might be correct. Just a tiny inkling. But Pietro is taking his time, which is great. But hopefully not too much time. We want to interview him. All right, chat. Should we do a prediction on how many moves? He's cooking. Yeah. He's like, he's got a Michelin star at this point. Maybe he's going for his second Michelin. Who knows? Bishop e7, a move or too greedy? I think bishop e7 is probably actually the best move because I was looking at rook d3 just for simplicity's sake, but this is actually so much better because you cannot. I mean, you can do this if you want, losing the exchange, but you can't really defend this pawn at all. So I think it's a brilliant move. I mean, you could argue that queen here is annoying, but I think we just. I mean, does it matter even? So takes, queen takes. Trying to find a knockout here. We still have like rook d3, I think, coming. Because what happens if we let this drop, right? Rook d3, you can't stop it. Okay, maybe queen takes is more accurate. Sure. Yeah, of course it's more accurate. So yeah, I think this is the way. Bishop e7 is played. Rook c8. And we still can play queen takes d6 and just trade queens. And that is on the board. Now you don't have to play queen takes d6, but if you don't, what do you do? Here I'm rook d3. Oh, okay. But he opts to trade queens. Okay, cool. Nice and easy. Bishop takes f8, wins a rook. Exchange. Wins an exchange, no? Or do we check? Yeah. You say 20 moves max, maybe less. We are on move 25. But 23 moves more. Yeah. I get you. That was my question as well. So there will be an interview after, yeah. Because after last round, it's just too much in between. And I needed to go get some food and stuff. All right, so what do we do now? We see king d7 on the board. And we just got to decide where we want to go. Bishop f4, bishop e5, bishop b4, all great options. I personally just like bishop e5 and then we'll go bishop d6 again. But there might be some shenanigans. No, there won't be. Like pushing isn't really going to do anything. And either one you push, we will be fine. And we'll get another square. So this is pretty good. Pretty good for us. Bishop a6 could be a little bit annoying. But I like pressure starting to mount. So there's loads of ways we can go about this. Pietro will just take his time. That's all he needs to do. One whole piece up. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even for pawns. Like we're even on pawns, so we literally just want a piece for nothing. All right. Bishop b7 is a big pawn. Bishop b7? Oh, it is a big pawn. Yeah. That it is. That it is. Bishop a6 is the way for us to try and release some pressure. or release the bishop. But yeah, just down a piece, it makes it hard. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, chap. Alrighty. My toxic trait is thinking I could play like this. You can play like this. I think this is like, I think Pietro could have played better, in honesty, in this game. Release the Kraken. Exactly. It's like in the French, the light squared bishop is the Kraken. If you can ever get it out successfully, you're usually winning. It's not just about trading it off for like white's light squared bishop. It's like in the end game, if you get that beast out, it's a real beast. He blundered a fork by bishop d6. Yeah. Well, not, no, he didn't blunder. He's already down. He didn't blunder bishop d6. I think there's not much you can do. Okay, so we see bishop e5. Me and Pietro are on the same page about this. We'll see f6, bishop f4. Maybe just bishop f4 was a little cleaner. Pietro would still have a nice game. I agree. Like Pietro out the opening was much better. I think there was some other like small nuances, but then again, he knows the opening much better than me and the thematic ideas. So I don't put my stock into what the engine has told me in terms of eval hugely. Because also this is low depth engine and they're not in the openings, especially they have been so deeply analyzed. It's better to look at the opening book and see what the top players have played because they have like rinsed them with like really high level engines. You play the French religiously. Well, both rigorously and religiously. I also play the French religiously, Chess Burns. I think we would get on. What's the worst thing you hate playing against? Joe, my guy, man. Welcome, dude. Thanks for the raid. Were you just streaming yourself or Collegiate Chess League stuff? And welcome, Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark, come in. We're just seeing Pietro clean up at the moment. My guy Pietro just, took full advantage and took no remorse in crushing this junior, which you love to see. You should never take it easy on juniors. I did a hot take for Chess Dojo on this, which technically in chess is just not a hot take. And I was like, you know what? In hindsight, I should have done something else. My hot take on chess is that it's an adrenaline sport. So that is chess. That's what the chess hot take should be. Don't know what you guys think about it. Do you all play chess? Also, how many people actually like play chess, and how many people just like watching chess? I'm really intrigued at this because Twitch is like, I suppose a bit of a dying. Chess on Twitch has been like in the decline, but I just love. Oh, also thanks for the shout out, Ellie. I just love streaming chess at the moment. I just love everything chess, man. I need more chess jobs. I mean, actually, I've got all of my work is chess at the moment, so it's great. But I want more. I'm freelance in the chess world, so I need to constantly find projects. How was your stream, Joe, as well? If you're hanging around, you may not be. You might just be tired. Kid played bishop a6. Nice. But we didn't play rook g3, so... And the king is not there either. The king is here. The king played bishop a6. Sure. Well, now we can play like maybe knight c3. Actually, let's not play knight here. Maybe we can. We can play knight f4 because this means nothing. Because we can come back and defend the knight. So yeah. Oh, he did play knight f4 pretty quickly. Yes, I've got someone that's agreeing. Definitely an adrenaline sport, and I'm totally in a time trouble junkie. Love that for you. Love that. The thing is, right, my heart goes to 140, or has done. The highest I've seen it on record was when I was playing a match in Hannah's subathon. It went to like 145. My heart didn't touch that when I crossed 2000. Pietro will win. Yes, Cameron. Pietro will win. Open French has to be the most frustrating. Is that like e4 c4? Is that the French we're talking about, Chess Burns? $2,488 streamers or watchers? Berlin base. That's crazy. Oh, I saw another move. So we see bishop a6. The rooks are... Oh, we've got a rook over here. And then we see bishop d... bishop f6. Just like, nope. Nope. I love doing nope moves to my opponent where you're just like, you want this? Nope. We're chilling. If you push this, we can take. We'd actually take with check first and then take here. And then we're just like steamrolling. Also, same here. We just take. I take chess seriously. I love to play and think of chess. It's a special in some way. It has its own philosophy. Agreed. Abdullah, you'd probably like GM Jesse Cry's take on chess. So his whole thing is that chess is a martial art, which I can get on board with. I can actually really get on board with that. He's a philosopher. I think he did a PhD in philosophy or something like that as well. But I love that approach and that thought and that nuance. Is the kid playing against... Is that a kid playing against Pietro? Yes, it is. Juniors are really annoying to play against quite often because they get so good so quickly. You never know how good they actually are. Streamers, wow. I'm actually impressed there's that many streamers. And Berlin base, is that just like active streamers or streamers that are like online live now? That's kind of mental. I don't know how to like search all that stuff. I need to like have a look. I feel kind of privileged to be a streamer that has viewers. Like I remember when I started, like I did my first ever stream and I had like one viewer, not even for like the majority of the time, right? You're just there chatting to yourself. And I just instantly after that first stream, I was like, this isn't the way I am going to do this. Everyone does this. And it's the worst way to like get going. So I need to ride on the coattails of others, is what I thought to myself. And so I made a tournament for loads of chess streamers. And I was like, I got good prizes. I invested over 150 hours into the tournament setup. I got chess.com sponsorship. I put a lot of work and effort in. To be honest, if I put a lot of work and effort into streaming that much, and put the 150 hours in, it probably would have been good for me as well. But this connected me to a whole universe of people, and people appreciated the time and effort I put in. And then I became connected to all of these people and streamers who were like, Matt can do this on a professional scale. So yeah, that's how I ended up like streaming, kind of like this. So like, it's amazing just how you should change your approach. But yeah, streaming is tough, man. But that's why I only do it for fun. I'm not doing it for any kind of monetary action or growth. But the fact that there's 2,488, wow. I only know like about 30 streamers, I think, in terms of streamers that I like watch and stuff. I always am discovering new streamers though. We had moves, sorry guys. So bishop here. Where did the rook move? Oh my god. I spoke for ages. Oh, it was ChatGPT. I don't know if I trust ChatGPT completely on that stuff. But that's, yeah. Rook c8, knight d3, rook c7. Wait. And then knight e4. Knight e5. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Sweet Blues. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, no, sorry. Knight f4. It was knight f4, not a knight e5. No, I don't see rook c7, though. Or did he just go back? Or am I not... Oh, no, sorry. No, I'm just not there yet. My bad, my bad, my bad. I am not there. Okay. 95 check. There we go. Oh, that was Google. Sorry. Oh, we can ask AI. I've got an AI command in my chat on Twitch. Thanks to Ali. Everything's thanks to Ali on my Twitch, by the way. Everything. Me probably responding to chat is probably thanks to Ali because he'd probably ping me being like, Matt, what are you doing? You haven't spoken to anybody. Read, this was Google. Sorry, I am dyslexic, so I miss certain elements of information, especially when chat is like buzzing through. So I apologize, Berlin Base, if I do miss details. I find it hard to concentrate on games, commentary, and reading, because reading is also one of my worst qualities. That said, dyslexia doesn't mean my reading is worse than everyone else's in the world. It means it's worse in comparison to other levels of intelligence markers that I have. So when I've been tested multiple times, and when I started working in the workplace, they had a dyslexia thing, and I went and got a test, and I scored in the top 0.01% in the UK on all of the non-verbal reasoning tests they gave me, and then I just scored slightly below average on my reading and writing abilities. So I'm slightly below average, so it's not like terrible, but it's because of the disparity in my scores for non-verbal reasoning and other things that I am dyslexic, right? Because it doesn't match up my other skill sets. So I don't like using like a lot of people like, oh, I'm so sorry, I called you like you're dyslexic and you didn't get this wrong. And it's like, no, actually, I'm pretty average on that scale. So my dyslexia isn't too much of a hindrance in that regard. And I hate people feeling like they are like dissing me or anything, because they're not. I'm just lazy. So we chilling. Pietro's having a good little think. We can't go rook d3 at any rate. We got things locked up, but maybe I kind of like something like this and just bring a rook in this way. We can also go king b1, king d2. We can do whatever the hell we want. c3 blocks the file I don't like particularly. b3. Oh wow, according to Twitch tracker, Berlin Base is testing the AIs against each other. G4. G4? Yeah, why not? Like, we can do whatever the hell we want. I kind of like G4. We're trying to power through our own pawn, like power through the pawns. I don't know what black does, really. C3 played. I think that's a fair move. There's no bishop c4 without trading, which is awesome. You're never going to get through. Like, we're chill. Pietro is just coolly and calmly probably going to go knight d3, looking for some bishop e5 ideas and things like that. They're not subtle. But maybe you could even sack and like pick up an exchange. I mean, it's too much, right? But like, this is the level that the position. What did he do? What was moved? Okay. Oh, he offers a trade. Well, this I mean, let's say, like, speculatively, this is not good. Because I think we give them too much, but you could do something like this, right? And then we're still winning. Like, that's how winning we are. But anyway, let's not. So we get c3, bishop c4, and I'm assuming we're just going to get knight takes c4. Because the more pieces we have off the board, the better. We can go king c2 and maybe try and kick the bishop away as well. But like, thing is with knight takes c4, everything is still locked up. We still need to break, right? We want to break open and utilize our material advantage. Okay. We get a move. And just rook d2. Just cool, calm, collected. Love it. So maybe we're going to try and punch through, right? So the next move might be here, but I think you allow bishop b3. It's a little bit annoying. Little bit annoying. But yeah, we just continue with like the G4 plans and stuff. I like the G4 plans. Wait, we're up a piece. Yeah, oh yeah, we've been up a piece for ages, Sam. Come on, catch up. I call him Pietro 2 as well. Pietro number 2. P2. Over half will be ChessCon bots. Yeah, actually. Oh, no, they don't count as concurrent viewers, though, I don't think. Or do they? Yeah, I'm not sure. I've actually finally hit the threshold to be a ChessCon streamer. I put the application in, but who knows? Joe Bruin, can you accelerate that stuff for me? Can you put a word in, please? I don't think he's here anymore, Saj. I'll ask him later. Matt making a deal with the devil. But it means I can give away, like, I want to be able to give people stuff. And if I can give away a diamond membership every month to someone, hell yeah, I'll do that. If I can give people value, like real value, not just like me, like chatting rubbish on a stream, but like people that, you know, have come in and like want to learn chess or don't have like facility or access, I can give them a free month so they can do a load of puzzles on ChessCon. I like being able to do stuff like that. I want to be able to do stuff like that. It probably won't, Ali. I'm not going to lie, because although their terms of service say no lead chess, they don't care. Like, they don't check. They don't... Your rubbish is value to me. Thank you, sweet Bruce. Okay, so we didn't see bishop b3. We saw the rook's double. But now we just, yeah, we keep powering on. G4, boom. Come on, Pietro. Oh, G4 is on the board. And then what happened? What other moves are there? There's another move that has been made. Oh, A5. So I don't know what order that came in, but I think we just go rook G2, and then we're in. We're in, boys. Who is Ali on Twitch? Ali is on Twitch. Ali is my mod on Twitch. So shout out to Ali. Ali is, in my view, Ali is the best mod I have. And that's not in my view. Objectively, Ali is the single best mod I have had and ever had. So you guys should be jealous. Every stream I feel like you've given. Stop it, Sam. We might flag though. Yeah, this time is not correct, FYI guys. This is not correct at all. The DGT stopped working. So we're up on time. We've got 50 minutes. We got a whole like hour. Whole hour. Ali is laughing because Ali knows, which you guys may not know, is Ali is my only mod. And my oh, actually, Ali, you are the best ever mod I've ever had. I'm really sorry to Matt. I had Matt as a mod, who is no longer mod. But it was like a dormant thing. I wasn't streaming that much, and so like I was just like, yeah. So Ali, you actually, you know what? I still back that statement. I still back that statement hugely. And the funny thing is, Matt was modding my channel and then asked for it back when I took it away. And then he came into my chat to ask for it back. First time chat. It's like, bro. Knight d3 here. Hang on. A5. What have we played? We've got G4. I'm seeing all the pieces in all the same places. Bishop here, bishop here. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. We had rook c7. Oh, it is us to move. That's why. Oh, FM John Curtis has raided me recently. He's gifted. I raided him recently. I know that. Did he raid me? Oh my god, I completely missed that. I'll go back. I'll send him a message and say thanks. He raided you to Nigeria 2 weeks ago. Terrible internet quality. Oh, that's amazing. FM John Curtis is like a bit of a legend. Okay, moves played. Moves made and moves played. We take. You've got to take, and then we claim the file like rook g2, I'm liking. Or rook g1. Same, kind of. Like, we don't really need to protect this pawn, and we get this on a dark square. I just think this rook is doing nothing, so I kind of want to spend time like getting this guy in, first and foremost. Who's in first place in the whole tournament? Small Man GM? Also, are you a GM? Small Man GM. The name would suggest so, but you never know. As it currently stands, the rankings at round 6. When you say the whole tournament, do you mean the Pietro's group or like the open? In Pietro's group, there's a guy from the Netherlands, Tim Aldi. But if I go back to the Amsterdam Open page, if I can find it. No. Sorry, I need elaboration because I said a lot of things and then you said no. So you might be saying no to multiple of those. Yeah, I should say one statement at a time, then wait for an answer. I'm sorry. That's my bad as a streamer. I should know this stuff. The user experience is sometimes really tricky when there's delays in communication. No to being a GM. Okay, so rook hg1. You're not a GM. Thank you. All right. In the whole tournament. All right, got it. Amsterdam Open. Information. Participants. Here we go. So we've got a couple of like, we've got a 579 and a 560 rated player. And how do I get their pairings? How did I find the pairings last time? How did I get... Okay, this is weird. Matchups, Group A. Here we go. I've got you. So, currently in first place is GM Lewis Engel with 4.5 out of 5. And obviously in the last rounds, they'll be playing to not lose. They are in the lead. And then there's an IM in second. So yeah, Lewis Engel, Engel, is leading the tournament. How we had moves, by the way. Okay, we have rook g1. Okay, b5. Rook g7. b4. I like b4. No, we can go rook dg2. Allow takes. It's kind of scary though, but we are fine. We're up a piece. And what was played? We played knight takes. Wow. Knight takes is kind of bold. We do get it with check, so it's less bold. But king c6 just puts an end and to us. Actually, I quite like knight takes and knight takes maybe as well, but yeah, this is nice. This is GG's. And also, if takes rook takes, we have bishop d8. Another annoying move. So we're yeah, we're killing it. Do you really? Can you buy chess title? No, you can't buy a chess title. But when you meet the qualification to get a chess title, you will have title. You've got to meet the qualification, and then you have to pay FIDE as well. Yes. You said magic. Your mate chess guy is on board 9, so he should be near the top. Oh, amazing. Rook f7, rook f7, knight f7, rook f8, bishop e5. Yeah, that also works. Time management is out the window. No, it isn't, Twisted Lemon. Sorry, these times are wrong. The DGT stopped working, so unfortunately these times are super wrong. But even then, you could win this position with 2 minutes. I took a long break. What was the result of the previous round? The previous round was a draw, Twisted. So it petered out into a draw. And then in the end game, there's a little bit of a struggle. Knight takes f7, king c6, knight e5, check, 1-0. Yeah. Right, knight takes f7, king c6, knight e5, 1-0. Yeah. I mean, we just played rook takes e7. King c6, knight e5, king b5 played. Yes. He played down here instead. But this is fine. We will take. I'm trying to find some like annoying tactics somewhere. But we'll play rook takes. And I just want to find some cool little annoying tactic, but I just don't see it. But in any case, we don't need to. We don't need to, but it's always nice to finish it well. Yeah, no c-file problems anymore. And then we can take and take, and then take. Like, that's the thing. I'm also happy to takes. If rook takes, then we just go rook here. You push f3 if you want. You can try and get access on this file, but we'll just move on through. You know what? Maybe even we take like here and we don't care, but let's care about the pawns, yeah. Here, something like this is fine. We've got a whole bishop and a king to just walk in. We don't have to play like that at all, but it's all safe. It's all safe. So we've seen rook takes, and now Pietro is probably thinking about all of this kind of stuff. AB4 feels like the play to me. We can also maybe even throw in like something like this. So AB4 takes, knight here. I mean, you can play bishop takes, rook takes, but then we're fine. We get knight c5 and we got 0 problems. Yeah, that's also a huge possibility for us. Rook g2 takes away the h pawn and starts pushing the So we can see A takes B4. Oh, when someone asked about getting the pairings on Friday, that's something that you asked, so I just remembered you said. I found it by magic. I did find it by magic because it's so hard to find them. I had to use magic again. I definitely had to use some magic. I tend to use a lot of magic. Oh. So Pietro has messaged me. We flagged in a 1 position. Oh no. All right. So yeah. Plot spoiler. Yeah, well, no, he's out of the game. He could have lost it, guys. That happened with Emily 2 days ago. Emily was up a full piece and she blundered a rook and into a draw. And she was in chat before we saw it. And then Emily said hi, and everyone's like, oh, spoiler, spoiler. And I was like, no, 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 guys, hang on. I know how this plays out. I know, like, you know, I know this is like, just wait. I mean, I didn't know how it plays out, but I was like, let's not assume. Things happen in chess all the time. And things did happen. And things did very much happen. So yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Chess is like boxing. You can literally have a one-hit knockout if you really go hard. So we see A takes B, A takes B, and knight takes C4. So we're going into very similar to what I said. We'll probably see rook takes C4 now. I would assume we see rook takes C4. Yep. We can even go king C2, in honesty. King C2 I actually prefer a lot more than what I was suggesting. But a nice little king C2. Takes. And we just move our rook across, attack things. King C2 played. Alrighty. Pietro's messaging. Let me get Discord up ready. I mean, Pietro is messaging, so I'm assuming that the win is close, but okay. We got another like 8 minutes. I played King A4. Yeah, man. Oh, hang on. Hang on, the rook's moved. The rook's moved somehow. Oh, wait. King C2, King A4, rook down. Check. King D2. We're going to get rook A1 in. Oh, thank you for the follow. Dev Sadek, I appreciate it. All right, nice and simple. They did play b3. They did play b3. All right, king goes back up. Maybe we take the file. Maybe we don't. We do. All right, cool. We can look at this. Rook a3. And just a matter of conversion. b3 was not for... No, b3 wasn't allowed. Maybe I missed the move order, but... I might have missed the move order, but yeah. We will never know until the DGT gets fixed. All right. Let's get Pietro on Discord. FM John Cuss, hey, raided me with 21 viewers 8 days ago. Hot damn. My bad, my bad. Ali is so on it, it's unbelievable. Okay, I need to add some friends. How do I add someone on Discord? Come on, I'm being such a noob. Why can I not add a friend? Oh, I've got a pending friend request. There we go. There's the boy. There's the boy. My guy. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, hello. How you doing? I can hear you, I cannot see you. There we go. All right, let me get you up on stream. Let's do a pop-out window. So then we... Let the river in. Okay. New window capture. Say hello, everybody. I need to make sure your audio... They probably can't hear you on audio. Let me also just fix that. All right, we'll put you over chat for now. How are you feeling?
The most exciting game.
But you know, it's nice.
To be fair, like the opening was quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
With that Queen F3 stuff.
Yeah. I thought Queen F3 was really good.
Yeah, once I got the bishop was
Yeah. GG's. Yeah, the DGT stopped working, so you've been inputting the moves, but I know that this endgame is just a matter of conversion, so
yeah, so, no, he made me play until checkmate.
Okay.
So I got 2 queens and then checkmated like that.
Okay.
It was kind of annoying, but you know, kids do that.
Yeah.
Technically, they're within the right to do it.
And yeah, you do. You know, it's all right. It's all right. It's not the worst thing in the world. I get it. Oh, awesome. So yeah, the opening was kind of interesting. I think Queen F3. I mean, he just took advantage of. He was just playing moves. I think like his setup, like a Queen's Indian kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it is a thing. Like Queen F3 is. is just a line that I vaguely remember from my prep.
Nice, good.
And like I don't get this almost ever, so I was kind of hesitating to go for it because I don't know the actual lines, and but I thought might as well.
Yeah, it is the move. It's 100% the move. Bishop b7. Bishop d3 is a bit awkward because I think he just protects the bishop. I was worried about some knight a5 stuff. Maybe not straight after. But for whatever reason, the engine doesn't like bishop d3 specifically. It would just prefer you to long castle or knight ge2 or a3 even to stop any like b5. Because I think with bishop d3, you probably just allow knight g5 straight. No, you don't, because queen takes.
Yeah.
Then knight takes.
Well, yeah, but then I
takes
take the bishop, right?
Yeah, you take the bishop. So why is bishop d3? I think we protect the bishop first, and then maybe you've got to go a3 anyway. But like queen c8 apparently is the response. Yeah. And then you've got to move your queen because you're just gonna be under threat. So even if you go a3, you're obviously gonna lose the bishop. So like I think that's you allow knight g5 later because you protect the bishop.
Right.
Sorry,
yeah, and I think
b4,
he had a moment
b4.
to play.
Not g5.
Yeah. I think he had a moment where he could have played that right before I played a3.
Yeah. So in terms of you played bishop d3. What did he do? He played h6.
Yeah, h6 I didn't like.
Yeah, h6 was a bit of a nothing move. And then you played knight ge2. I don't think he has knight g5 still because the bishop's still hanging. Oh no, but bishop e7, h4, a4, a5, and then knight b5. So he still doesn't have the opportunity just yet. So you played like the knight b5, which is kind of annoying. Or is that the line? Sorry, the DGT stopped working, so I've got like 10 million lines of analysis.
But when did it stop working?
Oh, like move, like early.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There were so many problems with the DGT for the entire tournament.
Yeah. They didn't nail the DGT stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if maybe we did something at the board, but I don't feel like we did.
Everyone came in from. I had some people come in from Anamaya's chat, and they said that hers had also stopped working.
Oh
so,
well.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I have the moves written down anyway until checkmate.
Yeah.
Matter of fact.
Yeah. Because everything's a nut. So every time I analyze, it's like a new branch, and then I have to kept having to go back with.
Yeah. No. Of course. But yeah, the game before this one.
Yep. Do you want to talk about that one?
Now my head is so foggy from playing all these chess games.
Oh yeah,
the past
and also
few days.
two rounds every day for 3 days is insane, man. But yeah, we can talk about the other one because that was probably a bit more.
Yeah, that was quite a bit more interesting, I think, and I can't wait to analyze that game.
Yeah,
I saw Rook F5, that move that you mentioned after the game.
That's like, it's weird though. It's like I don't know. I think that's still a bit.
I mean, I don't know. Once I see it on the board, I'm like, okay, like I see the point, but like it would have never crossed my mind. To even think about Rook F5.
Yeah. But that's
was the light square bishop still on the board at that point? No, it wasn't, right?
No. So yes, it is. You take on d5 and then Rook F5. So you take off the light squared bishop, which therefore probably enables you to play Rook F5 as well, so you don't get hit with like Bishop E4 or something like that. Yeah, because otherwise you just.
I also saw that there was a moment where I could have gone F3, I think.
Yeah. F3's potential as well. There is some F3 potential. We had there was a lot of debate in chat, so different types of players were suggesting lots of different things. Or for example, your F4 as well. There's so many ways you can look about this. I personally would have taken on D5 straight away instead of going F4. So knight takes D5, and then I don't know. Well, you obviously have to take back. Probably like if you take back with the rook, we then go into like rook takes D5, queen C4, rook takes D7, queen takes c3. So we get a very similar game to how yours like played out, but I think it's a tiny bit better than with f4 on, because you haven't weakened your e-pawn. So
yeah, the reason why I went f4, like, of course, the reason why I was thinking for a moment there was the choice between going f4 or just taking right away the light square bishop.
Yeah.
And I thought that if I took right away, you know, of course, rook takes was the only move. And I thought, okay, well, then I have to deal with the pressure on the e-pawn. And I thought like the only way to do that is to kind of go passive and defend it. And probably it's fine. I'm probably still slightly better, but you know, like he doubles up with the rooks on the d file.
But you can always push. You can always push like the e4, because he doesn't have time. So like after rook takes, and then queen takes on c4, rook takes on d7, queen takes on c3, queen takes on c3, rook takes c3. He doesn't really have any pressure on the e-pawn anymore. You've taken off the dark squared bishop as well, so his knight also still can't get into the game because you have a pawn on e5, which was there anyway. But you can always choose to push e4. Like, I don't think there's any pressure. Like, although he has rook takes a7, and then you play like rook takes c2, or maybe you don't even. Maybe you have to play like rook d8, but rook takes c2. Again, it's still equalish. And I think actually Engine's saying rook d8 instead of rook takes c2 for activity reasons, I'm assuming, but which is kind of nuts.
I guess yeah. Rook d8, because I did go rook d8 later in the game. I guess the idea is to keep the knight out of the game.
Yeah. So there's no knight d2, but also we've got the pawn on e5 still, so the knight still cannot go to d4.
Okay.
So you're not blocking d4, but you're blocking d2. But the knight can only go backwards if it's ever going to do anything. And if it goes to like a8, then we look at taking on. I don't know if it were to go to a8, I think we're doing pretty well. Then we go e4, and then we've opened up our bishop. The knight's on a8. We can look at yeah. But anyways, it's similar. It's similar.
What about earlier in the game when I at the start of the middle game when I went b6, queen c7, and bishop d7?
Perfect.
Yeah? Okay. I was a little bit worried about b6 being a little bit weakening, like giving him a plan and stuff on the light square diagonal.
So I had a big discussion with chat about this as well, because b6 was my gut instinct also. And then I was b6, and I was like, queen c7 or b6 first? But b6 is such a great limiter of the knight. And this is the inaccuracy that he played in the opening. So I kept going back at this moment when you play b6, and then I went back to, because the engine drops a little bit when he goes knight b3. And it's like 10 moves earlier, and I'm like, this is why knight b3 is bad. We've got a pawn on e4, we get a pawn on b6. The knight just is not in the game. And
and I was which is crazy. And it's kind of the whole point of the Kalashnikov. Like, you have to go knight b5. Every other move equalizes for black instantly.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy. But you know, if you go knight b5, is not maybe the best Sicilian. It's still very sharp and tricky. But with opponents that don't know that, like this one, I just get a very easy game.
Yeah.
And he also allowed me to go d5 like right away, and then I don't even have the weakness.
Yeah. There's a Pietro in YouTube that says hi, Pietro.
Oh, hello, Pietro.
And also people are congratulating you. Sorry, I should have actually been paying attention to chat. And hello.
Thank you.
YouTube
yeah, sorry
chat.
guys, I'm not looking at the stream. I'm just in the call. Thank you so much for all the support. I will make some recaps of the games, and it was amazing to go back and watch and see what you guys were thinking, and seeing your commentary and Cole's commentary. I actually on the first night, I was skipping through the entirety of the first two games just because I was so curious about what everybody was thinking about the positions, and I wanted to see if we were thinking the same lines, or if there was something that I missed. It's very cool.
It's really nice to have commentary on the games, because you essentially get like another post-mortem sort of, and you get like some analysis. Obviously, I've got engine help as well, so like that also makes a big chunk of difference. But I think this game that we're your first game today would be a really interesting one to look over, because like the king h8 stuff, also because I thought you could just push if you're gonna push f5 anyway, it equates to the same. I would have just pushed f5 and then gone bishop.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true, because probably it doesn't really matter, because after I push f5, his move is the same. Like he's just gonna check me with the light square bishop, and then I move king h8.
Yeah.
Although I guess it leaves the very slight chance that something else happens. While if I go king h8, I'm preemptively already going to the corner, which maybe it's not fully necessary.
But king h8 essentially told me that you were going to play f5, and that was like the only reason I thought you were going to play king h8. And so like at least it gives him some indicator that f5 is coming. But again, like you say, it kind of ends up the same thing. But yeah, because I just thought like bishop e6, and we just like keep pressuring everything on the c file. The thing is, c5 comes, and then it's kind of like tricky, and it's actually I think it's hard to evaluate after bishop e6 c5. So instead of king h8,
wait, but bishop e6 c5, can't I just take c5?
You do just take on c5, yeah, and then if knight takes, you win a piece, because your knight is on c6, so the pawn is undefended technically.
Right. So why are you saying c5 then? What was the idea?
Well, I think c5 essentially we're going to win the pawn anyway, so we might as well damage our black structure.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So we do take.
Well, yes. But I was trying to make bishop e6 happen for the entire game. Basically, if I can place my bishop safely on e6, like, well, maybe winning is a stretch, but I have a very good position.
So my question is, worried. Yeah. My question is, why king h8 instead of bishop e6 then?
Well, because I thought bishop e6, bishop
e4,
d5.
Oh, d5. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, bishop d5. And then the issue is, if I take, he takes with the pawn. He has a passed pawn. He removes the weakness. No good. If I don't take, he's going to take himself, and I don't have something to recapture with, so I'm going to double up the pawns. And I was thinking, like, is that good? Because I'm still opening up the rook on the f file, attacking the queen. Maybe the doubled pawns are actually protecting a lot of squares.
Yeah.
But eventually I evaluated that after the queen steps in front of the doubled pawns, I don't really have anything.
Yeah.
And so,
you could also try like
figure out a way.
Yeah, you could also play like rook e8 and just say, if you capture, I'm just going to capture on e6 with my rook. And then maybe your pawn pushes start becoming a bit more lethal.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I didn't really consider rook e8.
And then what do they want? I don't know. Let's say he goes c5 again. We can still play bc5 maybe, but then we're attacking the knight. It gets a bit more complicated to calculate. But we can push e4 and attack the queen. So, so yeah, I don't know. Again, it muddies, like, it's more complicated, and like you can still play your aggressive kind of pawn push stuff, I guess, without the light squared bishop on the board. And so maybe that's something.
Yeah. That's true.
So maybe it's better to like push, but again, I think this is like stylistic. I think yeah, it's a different type of game entirely, and it depends on what you're comfortable playing. Like, that's what it boils down to, I think. I don't like. I mean, you'd probably need to talk to a stronger player for them to be like, well, you know, it makes it really hard to actually push, or white can do whatever. But I think your decision was pretty cool, to be honest. I really liked. Again, I was saying
F5
like the
F5 is very thematic of the Kalashnikov. Like, right. It's the two moves that you're trying to achieve, d5 and f5.
Yeah.
And so I was already thinking about f5 for a while.
Right.
Well, not really, because I didn't have a chance to play it at any point. But just before I played king h8, I'm in that position where it's really hard to come up with a plan, I guess, because I couldn't make bishop e6 work.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, maybe it's time for f5 now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's something that crossed my mind, but I'm like, oh, that seems very weakening. But I think it's a good plan, and also like,
yeah, but it isn't, because I always have the bishops covering.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe that's the difference with bishop e6, is like you can at least maybe try and trade off to some extent, and then maybe f5's like more harder to deal with, because all of our pawns are then on light squares. And so their dark squared bishop is maybe a little bit less powerful in the endgame. Or all of our kingside pawns, I should say, obviously our queenside pawns are a bit. But yeah.
Yes, but you're right in what you said, that I should have focused more on the queenside play, which I thought I was doing. But f5, of course, is trying to then play more in the kingside center-ish,
Yeah.
and it took away some of the focus.
But I think it's still tricky. Like his queen e3 is inaccurate. Queen e2 is supposedly much better because essentially queen e3 allows knight d5 to be more potent, I think, because if you go queen e2 and then you take on d5, I think, why is this different? Oh, we're protecting the pawn on c4 to an extent, so we play rook takes d5, and if queen takes c4, we trade queens as white. I think I mean, black's still doing well. Like, I think in all of these positions, black is doing well. Like, irrelevant. And that's also why I think this is stylistic more than it is like inaccurate or anything like that, because your position is great, like throughout all of these lines.
Yeah.
Like you're roughly 0.7 to 1.5 depending on what lines you go for.
Right.
Yeah. And so like it looks kind of good.
Yeah, once I was in the end game, though, it was really hard to figure out like where the advantage was.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know whether I did have an advantage. It felt like I was desperately trying to defend at that point.
Yeah, towards end, but this is where after f4, I think the f4, I think knight takes d5 would have made it easier for you. I just think it's the type of endgame. You just like there's a slight difference. It's either to do with tempi or like positioning of a piece. I think, and I think it's to do with the central
pawn structure is much more stable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's purely about the pawn structure after f4 and then knight takes versus knight takes, because after knight takes d5, supposedly it's like minus 1.58 ish. So knight d5, like rook d5, and then we do queen takes. I think it's queen's. Well, yeah, takes. And then we're apparently a little bit better in this version versus if our pawn was on f4.
Yeah, f4 was a little bit of hope chess, I suppose, because there were many ways to go wrong for him after f4. Many. But the issue is, sorry?
Oh, I said so many ways for him to go wrong. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said how many.
Like, yeah, no, it's so many. There's so many.
Yeah.
How many? Come on.
No, but yeah, it's just hope chess, because there are a lot of wrong moves, but there are good moves as well, and like of course the opponent being a good player, he's going to fund them. Yeah.
But it's still tricky because you allow like something like rook takes a7, and like it feels like and I still, the end game is still hard. Like it's not. There's work to do. It's not like clearly winning or anything. And this is like engine eval versus practicality as well. Like maybe it is more practical to go down a line like you went down kind of as well. But he found some nice resources with rook a4. That bishop c3 idea was like, came out of nowhere. Again, something that's really hard to consider.
I was trying to calculate that. I couldn't make it work.
Yeah, because you essentially just get the tempi and then the rook comes. It's just scary. It's so scary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I realized that I could lose the h7 pawn and probably still fine, but then you also see rook h6 attacking the g pawn, and I was am I losing everything, getting checkmated here?
Yeah.
So it had to be calculated by brute force, that entire line. That's the only way that you can go for something like that.
Also, having the time to calculate that as well is one thing. Like if you had an extra, actually, to be honest, by that point, we probably weren't even in move 40 yet anyway. Like if you had an extra, you're not even at move 40. So like I was thinking like, oh, well, if you played like a super long time control, you get extra time move 40. No, if you still have like what, like 10 minutes, like it's still not enough. Like you can spend 10 minutes calculating that and doing all of that, like it's not enough time. I think you made the right kind of choices though. Bishop f6 is useful. That's one move in the game where the engine says mistake, but I think any other it's the third engine choice. So any other
third. What's the second?
Rook c7. Trading rooks on the 7th rank. Because your bishop's on e5, so we can't take on e5, and there's a rook on d7.
I see. Yeah, and then there's the back rank threat.
But the I mean, he has to take on c7, I think. But you're yeah, because his knight is guarding c1, so you can't back rank. But I still either way he can't take the bishop, and he either has to move the rook to a more passive position or take the rook. So I think he takes, and then maybe goes rook e7, and he's more like, and he kind of gets more active, and then we go rook c8, and we're a bit passive. But yeah.
Nice. All right. I think I'm gonna go rest a little bit.
No worries.
Enjoy the last evening in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Matt.
No
and
worries.
Thanks again to everybody in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. It's really, really fun commentating your games, man. So I appreciate it. And say hi to everyone. If you see anyone, I don't know if you'll go out for food with anyone, but I know if you see Joel or Anamaya, or I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them. So they're really lovely.
Yeah.
If you're looking for people, they usually go and do something. And they're locals, so or like they're Dutch, so that they'll know some places, I'm sure.
Amazing. All right. Have a good it's evening where you are, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good evening, man.
All right. Thanks, chat. Thanks, everybody.
See you. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, chat. Let's go. How is everyone? All right. So what we might do, and also thank you for pausing the music, Ali. I appreciate that. I completely hope that was all right. All right. So I'm going to end stream on YouTube. I'm going to stream for a tiny bit. I'm going to play some Rapid, maybe do some 2100 push, one more game until midnight. No, I've got work to do later. So I'm going to head on over to Twitch. So if any of you are in the mood to just keep to come over and watch some Rapid, please feel free. I'm Houseline on Twitch. Just that's it. All right. So I'll see you YouTube chat. Twitch, we'll keep going. Why did people have these wrench on their ID? Because they're mods, I think. You're in the mood. See you later. Bye, Abdullah. Bye, YouTube.